are all in alignment
with Anita and Cheryl. Woohoo.
It's interesting because the way we see each other on the screen is not necessarily the way it shows up on video.
I know you have to do the opposite.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
we're here. You're here. Great day. Hello. Greetings. Woohoo.
And yeah, so we hang out every Friday, 111 times so far. And just, you know, pull up a card from the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck from Tara Catherine Collins, and we just chit chat about it. And if you guys show up, great. If you don't, we still talk.
We still talk. Because it's our day. It's our excuse to get dressed up and put on some fun glasses and play. I shouldn't say play, but we are playing. We are playing in the field of energy in all reality.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So, and we wear the glasses because we want you to start looking at your environment through a different set of lenses. Right? Because where we live, our environment is impacting us for the good or maybe not so good in some situations. So it's important for you to look at the space around you and those possessions. Now, I shuffled earlier, and which is a first in a long time, 3 cards have actually come out already. So the first card that came out is the number 28 card, desk. The second card that came out, number 26, family room. The third card that came out is number 20. Anybody seeing a series here? Fireplaces. So not only is today our 111th episode, we just had 222 come out in the cards. Now on top of that, 28, 2 and 8 is a 10. 2 and 6 is an 8, so that's 18. That's a 9. Plus 2 is 11. So we have our 111th episode and the card deck totaling 11.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Now, there's so many different things we can get into in numerology, but let's talk about numerology at the end.
Yeah.
And let's talk about
Kathy.
the card combination. Good morning, whoever's joining us. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day because we appreciate you. The first card that came out was desk, family room, and fireplaces. It's a very interesting combination.
Well, and we always know that, you know, some of this is connected to our own energy field.
Yes.
And I'm not surprised because my desk right now is got a few piles going on that I need to deal with.
Okay, cool.
And a lot of it has to do with family. Surprise.
I get that. And I was sitting in my family room today and thinking, I really need to do some spring cleaning.
And then, yeah, fireplace again, you know, I think we talked about fireplace a couple of weeks ago when it was related to the bedroom or something. But I think too that the fireplace today might mean combustible energy.
I was gonna say this has to do with energy, high energy. Combustible is the perfect word, and I agree with you completely because the energy is continuing to build. There's many people, several spiritual leaders that I have the pleasure to work with, that the one common thing that they've said recently, getting a little high, getting a little intense. And when we're aware of that intensity, we have the opportunity to practice chilling a little bit more. Watch how we're reacting, because you said combustible, great word. So if you got some going on here, you tend to be a little bit more combustible. But if you're aware that the energy is building, you can actually be what stops or prevents the ignition
Or
and
the
going out of
spreading,
control. Yeah.
or the spreading, right? 'Cause
spreading,
the
yeah.
flames go and they are consuming.
Yeah.
They'll consume and suck all the oxygen
Mhm.
and totally, suck the life out of anything.
Yeah.
So that's a great analogy. So I
Mhm.
really think that the fireplace today is not about the physical
Physical
fireplace.
fireplace. Yes.
I think it's about the fire energy in, like you say, in the collective environment.
Mhm.
What's the collective environment that we're all in? And then, maybe it's that family room to kind of come back together, to get
Yes.
grounded.
Yeah. And we are all connected. In essence, we are all family. We're all of the human race. So take a deep breath and just come back down to center, because you are here and you're watching this. And it's being brought into your awareness because you're a pivotal, very important aspect and part to helping calm that combustion. That's how I'm feeling right now. Because it's easy to get caught up in the rest. It's easy to go with and have your energy sucked in. But when we can stop for a second and pull back our power, instead of giving it up and letting the fire consume it, pull it back. Don't you just feel stronger? Don't you just feel more present? And that is really the job of the light worker right now.
And I'm going to say my own experience, it's not easy.
No, it's not easy, but having that little bit of awareness that the energy is higher right now, right? So what we talk about every week is raising your awareness. That's in essence what it's seeing energetically. It's seeing things through a different lens. And our belief systems and our habits will always take over unless we have a new awareness. And we're human.
We're human.
Hello?
Having,
a human experience. So of course we're going to get caught up now and then. But how far caught up you get.
Right. And the ability to step back.
Yes.
Like you say, step back, put on your energetic eyes and look at things through a different set of lenses.
Exactly.
Right.
Reassess.
Reassess. Yeah. I had to do that this morning. The big picture.
I had to do that last night.
What's the big picture? Right.
Yeah.
So aside from all of that, what's the big picture?
Exactly. Cool.
Yeah. Good morning, Monique. And I also wanted to say that if in this fire energy, so I think creating that place in the family room, right? So it might be because I think we're going to be in these higher energies for a while.
Yes.
According to the spiritual teachers. So let's go into the family room and or someplace like that in our home.
It's a gathering space.
That will help to ground you. And let's put some things in there that are really going to support that.
Yeah.
So it might be that we put a little tabletop water fountain. It might be that we go and purchase, a new plant, right? Something that we can look at and say, oh, that's nature, or that makes me feel calm. Or it might be bringing in those special rocks or those items from outdoors, right?
Yeah, even like a sand colored or a tan colored rug. Something that just anchors that space, anchors that feeling of Mother Gaia.
Well, and I had an inkling last night. You know how when you've just had enough of the day and whatever, and it was like, a lot of times people just turn on the TV or whatever. I'm not so much a TV person, And so I was just, I played in the dirt
Mhm.
instead,
Yeah.
right? So I got out and did some planting.
Mhm.
So I can touch and feel that earth,
Yeah.
that groundedness. So it might be that we need to, do some of that. Mhm.
Yeah, and there's different grounding devices. There's grounding mats, and I'm sure there's all kinds of things that you can use. But really, the easiest is to do what Anita just said. We're spring here, not everywhere in
Mhm.
the world, of course. Not everybody can just go outside and play, stick their hands in the dirt. But if you have that opportunity to go outside and connect with Gaia, connect with Mother Nature, hug a
Mhm.
tree, sit with your back against a tree and just feel the connection between the tree roots and the grass and the ground and you, because we're all connected to everything. So I think really taking some time for yourself, and it goes back to that awareness that we were talking about already,
Mhm.
right? If you're finding yourself getting caught up into whatever the case may be, a whole bunch of other people's stuff, a deep breath, other ways of grounding yourself, running water over your hands at the sink. Imagine you've got roots coming out of your feet into the middle of Gaia. Like there's multiple ways, and you don't have to even leave where you're at. You can be in the middle of the situation and then just breathe deeply and imagine you pulling your own energy back. You don't need everybody else's, but pull your energy back so that you're in
Mhm.
command and you're in control of your energy. And maybe that's why Des came up, because that's where mine went away from me yesterday. I gave up my power yesterday, sitting at my
Oh.
desk.
Oh.
So that could be the other reason Des came up, because
Mhm.
I allowed myself to get carried away. So this morning in meditation, it was a lot of bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. It's your energy.
Mhm.
And
Kathy said, sitting on the floor,
Mhm,
closer to earth will help ground
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
And it may be that you take off your socks and your
Shoes.
shoes and just, like you say, sit there and just imagine that you're sending out those roots and
Mhm,
grounding in. Yeah.
exactly.
Cool.
Coffee,
Oh, cool.
chocolate, believe it or not. Smelling some
Mhm.
fresh ground coffee or coffee beans
Mm.
actually is a really great way to ground you, because again, they're from Mother Gaia, right? They're created in nature.
Chocolate.
And chocolate.
That's funny because you know what? I usually have a couple of chocolate bars in
Mhm.
my little drawer in the kitchen, and I was
Oh,
out, and so yesterday when I was out up to I was like, oh, I haven't had chocolate for weeks, so I needed it. Yeah, intuitively.
mm-hmm,
Cool.
mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, so let's give
Okay.
some practical. That was a whole lot of energy stuff. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
letting us, but it's important to become aware.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's the essence of what we're doing on this weekly 111 episodes and counting, is creating awareness. Because
Raising
you don't
awareness.
know, you don't know what you don't know until you discover, oh, I
Exactly.
didn't know that.
Okay, so
Yay.
let's give some tips. Let's do some tips.
Yeah, let's do
Um,
some easy things. Well, you already talked about a few things that you could do in the family room, bringing
mhm.
in some of that nature. Um,
Yep.
we know we want to feel the sunshine, but you can create that outside. Your family rooms might be going outside right now and situating and creating that cozy little space,
Yeah,
right?
and that extension
The extension.
outdoors.
And
Yeah. Mhm.
often by spring, we want to get out of the house. I don't know about anybody else, but I sure do. So I'm loving going outside and just raking the leaves and standing
Mhm.
on Gaia, right? So you can do things. Again, it's situational. Everybody's in a different situation. Some people live in an apartment, but you can go for a walk in the park.
Mhm.
Even when you're
Or if you
going for
have
a
a,
walk, you don't have to be on the asphalt or the cement. There's usually grass right beside it.
well, and so here's another tip um, that we actually recommended in our, I believe, our Get Work Done from Home program, was if you are having to spend a lot of time sitting at your desk,
Mm-hmm.
just go to the dollar store, buy a shallow little tray, and you can put some sand in that little tray and stick it under your desk and put your feet in there. And that will help to ground you. And it'll actually help to mitigate those EMFs that we get from our computer and that kind of thing. And yeah, we had a few people that did that in our program, and they were like, oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
And I have to tell you, since then, I have taken that to a little different level. I'm going to grab it. So excuse me for a moment.
Okay. She has one there. Oh yeah, and she probably put rocks in it or something.
I did.
So that's yeah,
it's
that's
not
another...
pretty. I'm protecting my floor because of course this moves around a little bit, but it's a little container and it's the perfect height. I have another one that sits over top of it, and that's my footrest for my feet. But yes, I have my ankh in here. I have crystals in here.
And you just keep that underneath your
And
desk?
I keep my feet on it to stay grounded, especially when I'm channeling. I have my feathers. I have some intentions in here. And of course, I have other nature objects in here as well, right? But
love it.
For
love
me,
it.
I'm a rock and a crystal girl. This is my connection to Gaia. So it's what I have, and it's under my desk all the time. That's what my footrest is.
Aha. There we go. That's why she can get all that work done in her office, because she's grounded. Okay, well that's a great tip. And then what about, I know you do another practice when it relates to your office and your desk that you do every night, and particularly on the weekends. So could you share that? That tip.
My desk gets cleared off. Everything is completed, put away. I have my one container that holds my files that I'm working on, and my desk is completed. So when I leave here, things have had a period put to the end of the sentences.
Oh, I like that. So there's a little dot.
There's a dot. My day is completed. I have a calendar on the wall. That's my working calendar. That's where everything goes at the beginning of the week, and I erase at the end of the day, so that by the end of the weekend, there's nothing on there. I walk out of my office complete.
Completed. Love it.
Yeah.
And then when you come back into your office,
I know based on that calendar, the priorities.
Right. And there's not a whole bunch of stuff everywhere going, pick me,
calling me, distracting me. Correct.
Right. So that's a great, and again, that's, a tip. 20 is plenty. 20 minutes at the end of each day to organize your desk, to clear away some things, have a little system so that this is pending, this is priority, whatever, just a little folder.
This is where I'm starting tomorrow.
Right? Then it just makes everything just flow that much easier. Okay,
and things are going to come up, but the one thing in my calendar I also do is I have a buffer zone in there. I'm not so tightly packed that there is no room to get up and make breakfast. There is no room, right? Because we can get into our office and I can work 8 or 10 hours straight outside of running and grabbing, going to the washroom or whatever the case may be. But that's not good for us. You need to get up and walk around and stretch. And so could I have a huge container of water in my office? I could. But I choose to have small ones so that I get up and I walk away. I don't have my printer right handy. It's across the office. So I have to get up and move, because literally we can get tied to our chairs. Also not good for us.
Yep.
There's a few little tips there for you for your desk.
There it is. Okay. I love it. Okay. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Nelia.
Nelia, nice.
Nelia is going to listen to the replay. She just joined us in, and Monique has been here. So love that everybody's joining in. Okay. Well, what about number 11?
Well, let's talk about 111, because this is our 111th episode. And then, of course, all our cards today totaled 11, which I think is entertaining. So typically, and you know I do it, I pull out the double digitology Adironda and Company book.
Well, and number 11 is about, shining the light, right? It's that illumination. It's like, where can you take the flashlight and shine it in the darkness to see what's hiding in there?
In Adironda's words, please, oh please, pay attention to your thoughts.
Mhm.
When the 111 comes up, pay attention to your thoughts. What were you thinking at that moment? The universe, source, or your own guides are asking you to pay attention to your thoughts. Your thoughts are a purchase order to the universe of what you choose to create in your life. In other words, your thoughts create your experience. You attract what you think about because thoughts are energy. So with 111, source is saying, hey, do you really want that in your life? Or maybe it's saying, great job on the excellent thoughts. We'll get to work on bringing you that right away. So what's going on with your thoughts? So that's for our 111. Now today, numbers totaled another 11. So that's 4, right? 11, 11. So the 1111 is a significant number.
Oh, it's in there?
Yeah, it's the only one that they have 4 digits. Yeah, when people begin to spiritually wake up, many times they begin to notice the 1111. They may not be consciously aware of the connection. Suddenly they realize how many times they look at the clock and it's 1111. Then it talks about joy. This is often the case with people when they first awaken. It is an early sign that they are beginning to understand their significance and connection to source and all that is. So what I'm hearing in all of that is when we first started talking, when we first came on today, and we started explaining about the awareness and the energy and what we're doing on this weekly show, is we're helping others also wake up at the same time. And they're waking up to the fact that everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. It's just vibrating at different levels, different frequencies. And we're all connected. So as you're awakening and becoming aware of your surroundings, take note.
And then intentionally creating those surroundings when we talked about the family room and the desk and the fireplace, right? So then now we're putting that intention in there. And at the end of the day, that is going to help us all shine our light, illuminate more brightly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to clean my desk off today, I promise.
Well, to your own self be true. To thine own self be true. Perfect. All right, my friend. Thank you for participating with me 111 Fridays.
I know. Crazy. I love it. Love
That's
it. Friday's our
amazing.
favorite
It really
day of the week.
is. We really hope if you have been here for the first time, we thank you. We appreciate you and we respect you. If you have been with us for a while, put that in the chat. How long have you been joining us on Feng Shui Fridays or All in Alignment and the Feng Shui Girls? And we've had a few changes and ups and downs. And if you have a favorite tip or a favorite memory from one of our episodes, I'd love to see it in the chat. What do you think about that, Anita? That might be fun.
I love that too. You betcha.
Yeah. And of course, all our episodes are also on YouTube. All in Alignment is our YouTube channel. We also really, really enjoy answering your questions on here. And I go back to, well, we have next week is also Feng Shui Friday card readings.
Oh, yes.
Right? First Friday of May, which is so hard to believe May is just days away. I'm shaking my head like, the energy's fast when it was just December. Yeah, so if you want a card reading for next Friday, put a comment in the chats or in the chat. And Anita and I will look at those next week. But thank you. And I really, truly hope, we really, truly hope you get outside and do a little bit of connecting with Gaia and calming. Because really right now, all the light workers, light clerkers, you need to be that pillar. And help with
Okay, and I'm gonna share a little picture later, my little dirt project I did.
Oh, fun. Fun. Love it. Share whatever else you guys are doing too, if you're working in the garden or playing with Gaia. We'd love to see it. We love our community. So have a great weekend. Final closing words, my friend.
Just connect. Just connect.
I love it. Great word.
Connect with Earth.
Have a great week.